Hello, my fellow art makers. I want to talk to you about a cartoonist named Jackie Ormes. Now, Jackie Ormes is pretty special because she is the first black female cartoonist. Now, believe it or not, Jackie first started drawing in high school. See, she was a cartoonist for her school newspaper, and she would often draw funny pictures of teachers and friends. Now, this little high school job actually helped her a lot as an adult because as she got older, she became a newspaper reporter. And believe it or not, one of her first assignments was reporting on a boxing match. Now, reporting was really fun, but what Jackie really wanted to do was be a cartoonist. She wanted to make her own story, not just write someone else's. Now, one thing Jackie noticed was how black women were depicted in comics. There were very few black female characters, and the ones that did appear were usually made fun of or serving white characters. And you see, Jackie wanted to change that. So she set out to depict a black woman who was not only very elegant and sweet, but also hardworking and independent. On September 4th, 1937, Torchy Brown premiered. Now, Torchy Brown was a story about a teenager who moved from Mississippi to Harlem to become a singer. Now, believe it or not, this echoes a real-life bit of history. Now, the Great Migration was the movement of 6 million African Americans from the rural South to more urban areas. Much like Torchy Brown, these people were seeking better opportunities and trying to avoid racism and segregation that was prominent in the South. But that wasn't the only real-world topic that Jackie Ormes wanted to talk about. See, Jackie Ormes was a reporter at heart, and she always wanted to talk about current issues. Subjects that were dealt with in Torchy Brown include environmentalism, workplace discrimination, and the civil rights movement. But talking about these issues in her comics was not an easy thing for Jackie. In fact, the FBI actually launched a couple investigations against her. So another fun bit of info about Jackie Ormes is that she is the inventor of the first black baby doll. Remember when I said there weren't a lot of black female characters? Well, few black female characters meant almost no black baby dolls. And Jackie, like Dwayne McDuffie, knew how important representation could be for kids of a very young age. So, Jackie Ormes invented the first black baby doll based off a character that appeared in Torchy Brown. These little dolls were called Patty Jo dolls. Now, Jackie Ormes was both a wonderful and influential artist, but the thing is, she wasn't appreciated in her time. For as outgoing and smart as she was, her achievements and her activism went largely unnoticed, and it wasn't until after she died that she finally got recognition, both as a journalist and, more importantly, as a cartoonist. But fortunately, Jackie's story doesn't have to end there. Even today, there are writers and artists who are trying to bring her story into public attention. And her influence can probably best be seen in a cool thing called the Jackie Ormes Society. Now, the Jackie Ormes Society is a website. Well, a former website. They're no longer online, but it was founded by a woman named Cheryl Lynn Eaton. And what Cheryl Lynn Eaton wanted to do was she wanted to use Jackie's legacy to bring other black female characters and black female artists into the spotlight. Now, here's where you guys come in. Being influenced by Jackie Ormes, Miss Eaton also tackles current events in the comics she writes. And believe it or not, the most current comic she's been writing is a Batman comic. So, on this YouTube video, in the description below, I've attached a couple panels from Miss Eaton's Batman comic that she wrote. And all I want you guys to do is read through those comics, read through a little bit of that interview that I've attached as well, and complete the activity. So, With that in mind, I hope you guys had a lot of fun learning about Jackie Ormes. Now, just because she's gone, that doesn't mean her legacy has to go with her. If you want, look up more information about her. You might be able to find some stuff out that I didn't. And, if you look a little closely, you can see a little bit of Jackie Ormes in Torchy Brown. With that in mind, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and keep making art.